What if I told you there are prisons so terrifying, so brutal, that even the guards walk in with fear in their eyes? Places where survival is a daily achievement, and the people locked inside aren't just criminals, they're monsters. I'm talking about prisons that make you think twice about breaking even a traffic rule. So buckle up, because these aren't your regular jailhouse stories. Here are the top 5 most dangerous prisons in the world, and trust me, you wouldn't last a day in any of them. ADX Florence, also known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies, sits in the middle of Colorado, USA, and it is no joke. This place was designed to keep the worst of the worst, terrorists, mob bosses, and serial killers, under control. How controlled? Well, inmates spend 23 hours a day in solitary confinement. 1 hour out, and that's only if they behave, which is kind of ironic, because nobody in this prison was known for behaving in the first place. Each cell is like a concrete tomb with no real window, just a tiny slot to the outside world. Imagine talking to yourself so much that you actually start arguing back. That's ADX Florence for you. There's a rumor that even the air inside is regulated. Like, you breathe when they say breathe. Okay, not literally, but almost. Inmates have tried everything to get out, even pretending to go crazy. But the funny part? Some of them were already crazy when they got in. You can't out-crazy a prison built for psychopaths. Now let's talk about La Sabaneta prison in Venezuela. This one right here. Absolute chaos. If ADX is about strict control, La Sabaneta is about complete anarchy. The guards. Outnumbered. The inmates. Running entire blocks. This place once had over 3,700 prisoners crammed into a space meant for 700. That's not overcrowding. That's stuffing human beings like sardines in a can, without the oil. Inmates have weapons, drugs, pets. Yes, someone once had a pet monkey in there. Don't ask me how. There's no real structure. Gangs rule with their own twisted laws. If you snore too loud, boom, you're getting kicked. Or worse. It's so lawless, even the rats wear bulletproof vests. Okay, not really, but close enough. It's one of those places where you either become the boss, or you mop the boss's floor with your shirt. Black Dolphin Prison in Russia is next.
Начали кричать, избивать меня по ребрам.
And this place sounds like a James Bond villain hideout. Located near the border with Kazakhstan, it houses Russia's most dangerous criminals, serial killers, cannibals, terrorists, and people whose backstories would make horror movies look like bedtime stories. Inmates here are blindfolded every time they move around the prison. Not just for fun, it's to keep them from figuring out the layout and planning an escape. The guards even make them walk bent over at the waist, like broken human shopping carts. It's humiliating, and that's the point. These prisoners don't get names, they're called by numbers. No talking, no contact, no privacy. The toilets? Right there in the corner of your cell. The humor in this one. Man, imagine sitting on the toilet and making eye contact with a guard who's watching you like it's a Netflix show. How's the view, Ivan? Same as yesterday, comrade. You laugh, but it's dark humor, because this place is no joke. Now let's take a trip to Thailand, to Bang Kwang Central Prison, also known as the Bangkok Hilton. But trust me, this ain't no vacation. Known for housing death row inmates and violent criminals, Bang Kwang has a reputation for being brutally harsh. Inmates are shackled, and I don't mean metaphorically. I mean, they literally wear iron chains around their ankles for years. The food? Rice and fish sauce. If you're lucky. If you're not. Rice and nothing. There's barely any medical care, the cells are cramped, and tropical diseases spread like rumors in high school. Some prisoners even sleep standing up because there's no space. And somehow, there are still cockroaches in the rooms. You'd think the lack of food would keep them away, but no, the roaches probably have their own gang too. If you try to escape, good luck. There's a high wall, barbed wire, and about 10,000 mosquitoes ready to snitch on you. And finally, Diyarbakir prison in Turkey. This one has a dark history that hits different. Originally built as a military prison, it became infamous during the 1980s for torture, political prisoners, and human rights abuses that'll chill your spine. It was known for stuffing inmates into tiny cells, cutting off food and water, beatings, and worse. You think psychological torture isn't real? Try being locked in a cell with a light that never turns off. Or hearing screams every night from people 2 doors down. At one point, this place was like a horror movie with no director. The guards didn't keep order, they were the chaos. Even now, though conditions have technically improved, the memory of what happened there still lingers in the air. If those walls could talk, they'd probably scream. And one slightly weird thing. The prison used to ban books but somehow allowed prisoners to own pigeons. So yeah, beaten daily, but hey, at least you can name your bird Kevin. So there you have it. 5 prisons that are so brutal, even nightmares wouldn't volunteer to go there. And the crazy part? These are just the ones we know about. Who knows what's happening in the secret facilities no one ever talks about? Maybe one day, we'll find out. Or maybe, let's just stay on the right side of the law and never find out. If you liked this video, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button before YouTube locks it up in a cell next to Black Dolphin.